Okay, hold on. Here we go.
Hey kids! It's time to have fun! Ready, set, fire!
What the fuck did that say? This is so good. By the way, God bless whoever edited this video. That was the perfect ending to it, I'll be honest with you.
Well, there, my lovely chat. How's everybody doing out there in Chatsville? Are we all good? It is Friday for me, Saturday for others. And as usual, we're here for yet another fine edition of GNF Televisable, where we talk about everything that is considered a hot button topic, as well as news-related topics from the entertainment world. And I am your hosties with the mosties. I am the Canadian rogue, better known as Robert Cummins for some. As usual, I'm here. I've sent invites. We wait. So, yeah. Oh, I've got my drinks. It's been a very, very unique week, and I've been having some fun. Yes. I've been fixing a few things behind the scenes, computer-wise, and all that kind of yammers. So there could have been a few delays on a few different projects and that. And as usual, I have the man behind the AI that sings, the great and powerful Sparky-san. How you doing?
What's up, Roxanne?
I'm not too bad. I do great. I do very good. Yes.
Cool.
Yes, I got things working. I made some changes for my PC. So
I could tell the roboting effect's very good.
Oh, that's good.
It's roboting.
I can't really do anything about that. No. Yes. I think it's
you caught up now.
Okay, that's good to know. Yes, I have no clue in what the audio side is actually doing for the most part. Do you know how hard it is to test one's audio without anybody else to listen to set audio? It's almost impossible.
Oh, trust me. This is the reason why I grabbed you to torture you with my AI covers. Hey, listen.
There you go. Yes. that is true. That's usually how that works. So how have you been doing on your AI covers? Have you been keeping track? You've been adding something new?
I haven't worked on an AI cover in the last week. Last one I worked on was the one for Gator, which has yet to air yet because reasons. But
Raisins.
that one will be posted up to my channel once he has his podcast for One Piece, because I don't want to spoil, because he wants the song to be a surprise to his co-host and his guest. So
I see.
A surprise.
I mean, there's always that. Yes. I mean, all I can say, Gator needs to get off the fucking pot and start shitting.
Yeah. Besides from that, dealing with a couple people on YouTube that can't read a fucking title.
I mean, why would anybody within the YouTube space or even the social media space actually read? They like to complain more so than read.
No shit. It's like, come on, guys. It's like, look, I'm grifting off of MisterMetokur. No problem. I can admit that one all fucking day long. Yes, we stole his voice while using it to make content on that channel and on this one.
Oh, fuck yes.
Yeah. We've done that. I have no shame and no qualms in saying that. But if you're gonna claim that, claim it correctly.
Mm-hmm.
If you come onto a video that is shit you're not titled MisterMetokur History Commentary Episode 6 Tumblrisms Part 2, I think it's pretty safe to say it's not a fucking gym stream.
You would think, right? You would think. I mean, it's pretty clear in the title card.
I think.
Oh God!
If you are searching YouTube for
this, I have hold up. I have a hard choice here, Sparky. Two people decided to come in at the exact same time, so I'm going to ask you pick a number between 1 or 2.
10.
10. I mean, okay, we'll go with that one. Hello, Ben. How you doing?
Hey, I'm not going to stay very long, but I'm here.
Okay.
You bastard.
Anyways,
you said you weren't going to stay very long,
let me finish my Warpath rant.
Go for it. Go for it.
Okay. If you're a Metokur fan, you would understand that MisterMetokur streams on, I don't know, at MisterMetokur at YouTube.com, right?
Yeah, Daddy Jim has his own,
He also has his Twitter back, Motion. He also has a post account, which he mostly posts, and now he's kind of transitioned over to Twitter. But at Jim, you would think if you are a Metokur fan or on the lookout for Jim streams or Metokur streams, you would, I don't know, be watching his fucking channel because he posts up on the community tab when he's got a stream. He shares it out on fucking Twitter. Every one of his fucking diehard fans show it out. I show it out. I even say, hey, Metokur is going to be streaming on this day. If you come to a fucking stream that we're doing,
you tell people that you're going to snipe it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if you come to a fucking video, it says history commentary. And then it goes one of Jim's old topics, Tumblrisms. I think it's a pretty safe bet to say that it's not a stream. And I'm not trying to trick people and saying, oh, yeah, Jim's streaming, come here to see it. I think that's pretty fucking apparent.
No, Sparky, you are literally trying to be the devil here and steal other people's stuff and then make it your own and while you commentary on it. I mean, come on.
Time out. I fully admitted to that.
Hang on, give me 1 second there, Sparky. But Jim, he's native. That's normal.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I was about ready to say he was going Indian thief on that shit, or horse thief on that shit. So, but Sparky already working on his worksheet. You know,
I mean, we have to get the headdress kind of. I mean, we're not going to commission.
All he needs to do is, you know, he's made someone say uncle. He's entered into a thing with into a battle without losing anyone or anyone being injured. He's made someone submit, and he's disarmed somebody. Now all he has to do is steal somebody's horse.
Sorry, I've already done that to Vosh. So
okay, well then you're good. You're the last war chief now.
Wait. Isn't Vosh a horse or a guy that wishes to be a horse?
He's stolen.
Or to be stuck by a horse? I can't remember what it's supposed to be.
I mean, it counts as a horse if he stole it. So
yes, it's true. But
no, it's like end of the day, the two things that irritate me the most about doing anything medical related is one, we can't hear Jim talk because you're talking over it. Go watch one of the fucking archive channels. Live stream says night commentary, and then the other one is like, oh, you're tricking people to thinking Jim's streaming. I've said that nowhere. And I know I'm not that big. I know I'm just a small little fish in the fucking ocean.
Wouldn't the missus be big and you be small? See?
But you're in dangerous waters there, Rogue.
Yeah, but at the end of the day,
how am I in dangerous waters? I don't remember any form of you know membrane breaking or whatever. And I have not dangerous waters as of yet.
But no, in end of the day, it really just kind of comes down, to this. It's like, look, you post a stupid comment on my fucking channel saying one of these fans, I'm going to make an example of you. I will viewer Andy your ass. I don't care because I'm small enough I can do it. It's not like I got thousands of fucking people commenting on shit, unless I do something big. But besides from that, you make a stupid comment, I'm gonna point it out, and don't fucking whine later on because I pointed it out. You made a stupid fucking comment. Just like Mudo was just like Mudo of his fucking AI take you made today. Jesus fucking Christ.
I mean, I haven't really I do not pay attention to Mudadom.
All right,
because sometimes there's some dumb
Mudatard.
All right, so there is a I'll explain this one, and this is very brief.
Okay.
So there is a person out there by the name game character AI, and what he does is he takes game characters, uses AI, and he makes them better, or he makes them lore accurate, stuff like that. So one of the things that he ended up doing was he took the new Fallout poster, and that's my tweet in the private. But he took the new Fallout
privates again.
He took the new Fallout show poster and said, quick and dirty, but flatness bothered me enough. And basically just made the ass round on the female.
Okay.
Now, lore aspects. The vault suits are made to be second skins. They're not made to be fucking Ghostbusters jumpsuits. That's the kind of the point that he was making. And then Muda retweeted it. You have to scroll down. Muda retweeted it. Yeah. And said, this is what crippling porn addictions look like. And then V says, street men like women.
That's an attractive ass.
That's wait a minute. Here's the thing. That's just how, Fallout works. You got to add mods to make it better.
Yeah, I know.
True. I was actually gonna make the argument, but it's not a game, it's a show, so I didn't go.
No. It's Fallout needs a
But anyways, that was Muda wasn't even going on the point of AI. He was just going, oh, this is what porn addiction looks like, which V has one ass fucking comments. Anyways, he retweeted that and said it's like, yeah, your arguments ought to fail on its fall on its ass when AI is used to modify a real human to fit its standards. I love how this is also the part of the massive Fallout lore that you want to specify preserve so bad for some reason. AI also messed up the top half of a body battery. And I just simply had to retweet with a picture of the female character from Fallout 4 going, I think it reads quick and dirty. You missed the point in your absurd take. Most likely thrown together if I read game character AI correctly. In the end, who cares besides ass-blasted clowns? I'll agree. It's a bit sexed up, but I also agree it's too flat.
Too flat? That's a unicheek. There is no crack.
No. Time out.
Where's the crack?
Time out. It's a happy median. It's a happy median. It's a happy median between Ghostbusters jumpsuit and sexed up, skin tight jumpsuit. Which again, unless you put mods on it, that's not what the jumpsuits look like. So I just simply put out a comparison. And like I said, in lore, the Vaught suits are made to be a second skin. They're skin tight. They're made to protect you. They're also made to like thermoregulate body temperatures and stuff like that, protect from radiation, so on and such forth. So there is lore there. I can appreciate what game character AI was trying to do, but I can also see the stupidity in Muda's tweet. And it's like you completely missed the fucking point, like you always do.
Yeah, but it's Muda. That's kind of a standard. That's his thing.
Correct. Yeah, you're right on that one.
I mean, it's like, so yeah, no. I mean, I wish people the best of luck when it comes down to this particular series because, as stated before, and as I'm going to state again, this has very little to do with the lore. Especially with the traditional 1 and 2. It has more to do with Fallout 3 and 4.
All right. You and me, I think you and me gotta have a little back and forth on this one because I agree and disagree on some parts. So I'll let you get into it when we get into the topic of it, but I think I know where you gotta go, and I think you know where I'm gonna go.
Probably. But no, before we do anything wild and crazy, I'm going to give people the opportunity to, present me with their pieces of interest. See, I mean,
the Fallout.
No. As for other conversational pieces before we go into,
we could talk a little bit about Dark Viper AU if you know anything about that one. I mean, that's kind of a stupid little bullshit.
If what the fuck? Are we talking about the guy that used to be an atheist? That's kind of questionable.
Yeah, he's kind of got. Do you know the latest controversy, Waffle?
Let's put it this way: he's been in many different controversies, and
all right, so
the last one I kind of heard of, it was something to do with that British dude.
Chad Logic, yeah. So what in it? Yeah, the fucking robot returned for a minute.
It's gonna be what it is.
Yeah, but no. The controversy was Chad Logic, that's the British dude, reacted to one of his videos sometime last year. He and Dark Viper didn't like it and attempted to do a DMCA. DMCA never went through. Chad Logic seeing it, laughed, just went on with it. Completely forgot about Dark Viper. Completely just went on.
Yeah, Viper had to use like a lawyer in order to have that go through.
4 times. A lawyer 4 times before it finally went through.
Yeah, but that's a standard practice.
But anyways, Chud said whatever, he'll tank it. He is justified in the fact that he made more money. No. Dr. Viper had to spend more money to get the video taken down than what Chud actually made off the video, and just laughed at it, left it from there. Well, from there, the big voodoo sin of, issuing him at DMCA for like a fair use piece, which it was fair use, opened up the floodgates, and then everyone saw it coming through on shit and found a bunch of shit from in the past. The last one I think is funny because Carl Jobs actually ended up getting involved in this, because apparently Carl Jobs and Dark Viper were really close friends back in the day. And now everyone's kind of shitting on Dark Viper because, he broke his friendship up with Carl Jobs because Carl Jobs took a sponsorship with Starforge PCs from Asmongold.
Yeah.
And everyone's treating it like it's the fucking end of the world. And Carl Jobs is crying on the internet like, well, I didn't think a close friend of mine would do this. I'm extremely hurt and it's extremely petty for someone to do this. It's like, I wouldn't even be your fucking friend, Carl. You're both are fucking cringe idiots. And also, for someone who's supposed to have quote unquote integrity, someone who wants to scrutinize and go after people, especially for charity frauds, that's not charity frauds because, completionist went through and did the correct things afterwards. Wasn't his fault that his family fucked up the charity and shit like that. It's really funny for someone who wants to be seen as integral, taking a sponsorship from one of the big YouTubers that does charities, that does all this, and turn a blind eye to a lot of bullshit he does, while calling out other people. So I can see Doc Viper going, yeah, no, I don't want to be associated with you if you got to take sponsorships. Basically, be a sellout for one of these YouTubers that you say you go against.
Fair. I mean, that's kind of a standard.
But everyone's treating it like, oh, he's such a fucking, oh my god! And it's like the stupidest fucking thing I've seen.
Sure.
I mean, it's like, yeah, go at Dark Viper for issuing the false DMCA. That's fine, whatever. Go at him for his fucking cringe takes or his low-cal behavior. Fine, whatever. You don't have to make something up, especially for Carl to kind of just throw stuff in there. It's like, oh, well, I was his friend and he's no longer my friend and I'm so hurt. Oh, woe is me. It's like, you're a cringe motherfucker. And then the audacity, and then he also has the audacity to bitch and complain because, oh, Doc Viper dropped the email between us and I feel so betrayed. And it's like, what did you do to the completionist? I'm sorry again.
Yeah.
It's like double-standard bullshit. Shut the fuck up.
Welcome to the world. That's pretty much a standard. I mean, people use AI, bitch about other people using AI, but when they start using AI for music renditions, it's good for them, but not for everybody else. I mean, it's a simple kind of logic.
It's a whole new world. What do you expect?
I know, right?
Or welcome to the internet.
I know. I mean, people just say, hey, it doesn't take a lot of skill in order to make that song, for using AI, and yet people. No. I'm gonna do this without saying names, dropping anything like this, but I think the accurate quote is like, "Oh, using AI to make song covers is so lazy and tactless, and nobody likes it." Yeah.
Oh, this AI cover of me singing this song is so rad. It's so awesome. I can't believe it. I
know,
love it.
Right?
We need to have Nudahar.
It's like tell me you don't have double standards without saying you don't have double standards. Go fuck off.
We need to make Nudahar sing something.
I'd stay far away from the Indian Canadian one because of the smell that you bring to the table. Two,
make him sing Bollywood.
No, he's one. No, he's one of those. He's one of those motherfuckers.
He is one of those petty motherfuckers that'll get involved in it and classify it as something.
He will try. He would. He's one of those fuckers. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, this would be a good opportunity to put some restriction and regulations in, and I have no autonomy over my voice, and let's try to get laws to where I have more autonomy over my voice.
He's already starting that conversation.
I wouldn't waste my time on the fucker.
Yeah, because he already had that conversation based on the Joe Rogan AI scams and a few other different things that's popped up, and he's already kind of floating that drain, kind of going, hey, AI bad because of this.
See, Muda and a lot of them, or AI bad unless it benefits me.
Mm-hmm.
Without having the argument or the talk of what are the benefits and what are not the benefits. Like, I had some motherfucker today come at me because he tried using saying all artists are bad because they can't keep to a schedule, they charge way too much, they don't deliver what they promise, they take creative liberties and change whatever it is. But you're lumping the good artists in with the bad ones, and it's like immigration. It's like blaming all illegal Mexicans for the bad ones. It's like all illegal Mexicans or all illegal immigrants or
didn't break the law
bad.
crossing the border.
Yeah, it's like that's like a piss poor take. And even if you want to go through the fact of, okay, let's say the legal ones, the one going through the processes, are getting lumped in. The only ones that's doing that is the fucking media. And that's a misnomer. Even if I was to give that argument to the person, it's like you're dealing with legalities in people, not goods and services. You know, here's an argument. It's not the farmer's fault that the cost of food and products that they harvest on the farms are going up. They have to subsidize the cost of fuel, fertilizer, and everything else that the government taxes on them somehow, some way. That equates to, okay, the food prices go up. Not the farmer's fault, but the farmers are the ones that get fucking blamed for it. You know what? It sucks, but you know what? That's also the cost of doing business within the economy. If you have a bunch of shit artists on a fucking platform or in the area that's doing bad work, yeah, you're one of the few good ones. Unfortunately, you're gonna get lumped in with them. The only way you don't get lumped in with them is you put out a good product and you stick by it. Bitching and complaining online about, oh, AI's took my job, or AI is bad, or blah, 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 is not going to fucking help you. It's just gonna put you in that category of the bad artists.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to make the announcements. I put
artists.
a poll out there and said which of our group is the retard king, which and the answer was yes. We are all.
Congrats.
Yeah, we all are the retard king.
Someone voted someone voted dragon, but I think that was dragon.
Wow.
Dragon voted.
For a moment when we put that up, I was like, yeah, everyone's gonna vote for themselves like pirates, like Season Bachi votes
I voted
for
yes.
Season Bachi.
I did the answer.
I voted yes.
Wait, where did you put this poll? I haven't voted.
Pay attention to in the Discord group that you made, Pin.
Yeah, Pin. It was in the Discord group.
You remember that? You remember that whole rant I did for stupid people not reading the comments before they post stuff like that? That also includes DM groups.
Then again, by the time I actually see the chat in between everything else that I'm doing, it's like 200 messages deep, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not.
Well, I guess keep up with it better.
Who's playing 14?
No one's playing 14.
Lies.
Why would I be playing 14?
Oh,
Not me.
I have this side. Okay, I have the side chat. I have a side thing open. They started their 14-hour live stream. That's what I'm hearing.
Okay.
Because it just started going. I'm like, wait, what? Huh?
I'm not too sure what
Pin,
you're referring to there, Pin, but you're crazy.
Pin, this is an A, B, C, D conversation. Stop paying attention to the E conversation over there.
No, but the E's. The E's. Looks so.
Oh, Pin, I heard you got your college loans forgiven.
Wait, is she black?
I'm Cuban somewhere in my family. Who knows? My father's from Cuba. Maybe.
Well,
I don't know.
here's
Wesley,
the
you
thing.
got
Are
some
you gonna vote for Biden
competition.
now?
Congratulations.
Are you
Okay,
going to vote
so
for
I'm-
Biden now?
Hell no.
I'm not. He
Well,
gave you all
wait.
the free stuff.
I heard yes. I don't know about anybody.
I heard
yes.
that.
Am I
You know,
sure
even
about
my
this? I
wife.
feel like I heard yes.
My wife,
No.
well, said she's not voting for a pedo and a prostitute. So, that you know, hey, I totally agree with that. So, if that is your stance, that's fine. But I would make
Wait
it
a
clear
minute.
that's why you won't vote for him.
Wait a minute.
But
You asked me if I'm voting for Joe. So your wife's voting for Joe?
No, she said she won't vote for a pedo and a whore.
Oh, I thought you said that she was calling Trump a pedo and Melania. a whore.
Nothing. Jim
Oh,
said
God damn
nothing
it.
about Trump.
I said
I-
nothing about
That's
Trump.
why I got confused.
Oh my
Where-
God!
This is why you need to.
jumping.
This is the reason why.
Jesus
Hey,
Christ.
this is
She
the
has
reason why I
PBS,
said you
guys.
need to pay attention to the A, B, C, D conversation, not to E.
Are you kidding? I'm already on Z.
She's already gone to TDS.
I thought she was on NBC.
Anyways,
No,
wait.
Trump
Let me
syndrome.
let
It
me
started.
answer. Let me answer Jem's question real quick, and then I'm out of here. Yes, my loans
you're
got
voting for
forgiven. This is the one thing I will partially thank Biden for. The only thing I'll partially thank Biden for, because I'm going to get screwed in the end.
Oh, the taxes you're going to have to pay? Yeah, you're going to get screwed because we found that out too.
Yeah, but for right now, I don't have to worry about paying the extra stuff monthly, but it's going to hurt later on. So,
Oh, it's going to hurt next year,
you're
so
welcome,
save that
Ken.
money.
Go fuck
thanks
yourself.
for the short-term relief, Biden. I guess this is the whining and dining before you fuck me.
Yep.
Well,
Kinda.
anyways.
That's what it's looking like.
So when my taxes go up next year, I can blame you, Pen. All right.
Nope, I didn't advocate for this. I didn't want this.
But you benefited from it.
Just because I
Yeah,
benefited does not mean that I wanted
technically,
it.
kinda
Not
screwed.
my fault. I didn't vote for it.
You also have a hashtag, remember?
Yeah,
Fuck,
this is your
he's
fault, Ben.
So.
Fuck you, right? All right, I'm out
You're the
of
one
here.
that agreed to the hashtag, and Leslie's the one that helped create it. So
I thought it was 2024. I thought we moved on to a different hashtag.
no, it's still the same hashtag until somebody comes up with something better.
Hashtag Blake Sparky.
Pen's voting for Biden.
No!
Hashtag Pen's voting for Biden. There you go. That's a better one.
Hey, time out.
Could be. I don't know. I
Hey,
mean, I'm gonna
time
have
out,
to
Pen.
kind of put in a vote.
The A-logs don't need a hashtag for that. They blame me anyways because I'm the one that is putting Metokur on stream with Ralph.
Yeah. He's the
Really?
blame for a lot of different things when it comes down to
Did,
Metokur shit.
did Ralph come after you for blaming for going after Metokur?
No, because
Ralph said that the Metokur that came on way back when a couple
All right,
months
I'm
ago
done.
was an AI.
It was an AI.
Bye,
Yeah.
y'all.
Bye.
And vote for Biden.
Count those coffers. Yes.
But no, apparently, Ralph had a phone call today with Sonic Cog, and that went fantastically.
I mean, that's usually how that works, unfortunately.
And I was in Silverbox chat watching that whole deal, and it's like 5 minutes after Ralph hung up on Cog, Metokur shows up. Did I miss it? It's like, yeah, you missed it. It's like, fuck.
I mean, all I can say, you didn't miss much. 0 women. Yes. Unfortunately, that's your life there, Wesley.
Wesley, you're better off, trust me.
I mean, there's at least 2 guys in this chat that have women, and you and I technically have 0, but I live with one who just happens to be related, and then I've got a sibling who is one, and I've dated a few, so I'm good. You, on the other hand, questionable. As long as they're plastic or filled with some form of air, I guess you got it.
Or
got it made.
identify as the other gender.
Yeah, so I guess you have that, but unfortunately, you're kind of screwed. You walked yourself into that one. But let's get into the since we got rid of Pan, or she's self-deleted, Minecraft herself.
She yeeted herself.
Yes, so we could probably go into the follow-up conversation because I didn't think she was going to be all excited about it. I'm not that lost just yet. I mean,
you were that lost long ago. And
I don't know, buddy.
We got to go into the conversation where Sparky's going to be drafted.
So. Do we have to bring up the Airbnb?
Oh God, yes.
I mean, we can always
that lovely lore that you dropped in Dragon's chat.
I think you're long since lost.
Yeah, I mean, we shouldn't really go down that road. So,
I mean,
but
we can only be a
Jim
dead horse so much.
Question. I don't know. Did you really want to go into the factor that both you and Sparky will be probably on the American front line?
Here's the thing. I actually have a way around that. Would you like to know? Okay. Would you like to know my way around it? First of all, I'm
thinking you're going to become a midget.
I'm thinking. No, here's the thing. I have to take, before I am fit for duty, I have to take 9 months of surgery, recovery, and physical training to be able to be aptable for training. So hopefully within that 9 months to a year while I'm recovering, I won't have to do the first year. However, if I somehow, some miracle, the war is still going on, the war crime gloves are coming off. And I am putting on the super war crimes. I have read books. I have learned from your people, Rogue, in their past.
Yes.
I would like to thank them, and Norway, and Poland, and a couple others.
Poland is a beautiful place. We are the reason why there's a checklist by Geneva, Accord.
Well, all three of you, honestly, Norway, Poland, and you. Some of the things we did early on, true, not as many as the rest of you all.
No, but no. We actually still dabble. We still dabble in questionable chemical things. So
I'm gonna be like, since you're not letting Daddy retire nicely, and you're gonna put him in a war front, he's gonna go. He's gonna say, "Fuck the Geneva Conventions." They're not even guidelines. They're more of a guide to how
they're a guideline. They're like a checklist.
They're a guideline at this point. They're a guideline of how to basically.
They're more like guidelines than actual rules.
No, they're not guidelines. They're more like suggestions of how to end the war quickly. Now at this for me. So
I will agree.
The military wants to bring me back in. That's what they're going to have to deal with. And the Genevas will have to come up with a whole new list of shit that I will create. Whole new checklist of what I will create.
Nice.
In the forefront. Nice. So if the military wants to bring me back, because here's the thing. I was very close on my third tour committing war crimes by the time it was over. I'm pretty sure this time I'm just going to be like, yep, fuck it. Those are just suggestions and nothing more. So if the military wants to bring me back in because fuck prisoners of war, fuck these people, whoever decides to go to war with us, I'm just gonna be like, fuck it, and I don't care anymore.
So for me, I've got two things still going for me on my side. I am the lone heir in my family, and two, I'm also part of a, protected class.
Nope, that doesn't matter. We've already gotten rid of protected class. That you're screwed on that.
Three. I haven't took the COVID shot.
You don't have to take the COVID shot anymore.
They've got rid of that one. That's good.
They got rid of that one.
I wonder why. And,
hang on. Speaking of COVID-related shit, apparently my government is doling out a lot of money to government employees that were considered traitors of the country or people who were considered unvaccinated. So we're handing out like millions upon close to billions of dollars for unjustifiable, activities done by our lovely leader. It's kind of weird how that kind of went. So right now, all those federal people who said, "Yay, I'm not doing it," and who were kind of removed from their jobs. Well, they got money back.
Yes. Yeah, and the fourth one, fuck transgender soldiers.
Yeah, here's the thing. Military doesn't care. Sparky, the reason why you're such a valuable asset, guess what? It's not so much your abilities, it's your skill set.
Well, I will proclamate right now, if I get drafted in, I will sabotage the military. So there you go.
No, Sparky, you'll just see. You can't sabotage what's already broken.
I will. I will. If I get conscripted into the military, I will Snowden the military.
No, I'm afraid no matter what you do in the military, you will actually improve it because if you've ever driven a military vehicle, it comes to us broken. They literally come to us broken.
Oh, I know. We had a couple military vehicles in a volunteer fire department that I've had to fix constantly.
Yep.
Gotta love
so you know.
Dukes in the house.
Yeah. Oh. A deuce and a half. Oh my fucking god. I have seen how many guys.
But hey. They're still superior to anything that the military has right now.
That's true. It gets worse with every generation. Trust me. What was it? Did you use the vanilla envelope trick to fix the engine mounts?
Luckily for us, the engines want the J2 engines that they had in them. They well, so the refurbisher we get the Deuce and a House from put C7 cats and Allison transmissions on them. So
nice.
That will do it because that's a way better engine.
Yeah.
See the
engine. It's still gutless as fuck, but
yeah. Loving that 17 miles to the gallon. Yeah. No, it's 5 miles to the gallon. Excuse me.
Yeah. So I'm more like four to 5.
But like I said, fun days.
But yeah, they're gonna take me with a fight.
Hey, don't promise them a good time.
But yeah, no, I mean that will be kind of maybe at this point. We don't know for sure.
Well, it's funny because here's the fun part. You know the electrician guy. There's a rumor going around they like his after your video. It's like it's safe to say this now. A lot of videos on YouTube make their way to the White House, and mostly it's stuff about how drafting and all this other stuff goes. Well, he's actually popular in the military due to the fact that his videos are easy to understand. People engage in them and they work.
Yeah.
So he's very popular, and a lot of the time, the brass gets their ideas from him.
Cool.
Especially in the White House, apparently. So,
yeah,
as well.
Yeah, but the problem comes back down to the decision making from the uppers, thinking that this new generation is actually going to willingly go to war. So yeah, unless it's going to be operating some form of drones, I don't think that's going to be a.
Oh no, I don't think so either. I think they're screwed.
No, fuck yes. Yeah, because
our government is screwed. I mean, it's going to be worse.
You really have to severely reduce your requirements going forward on who's going to be making the front line, and two, most of these people are civilians that have no want or desire for firing guns.
Yeah.
So,
which is why it worries me that they might be drafting the older generation who's like, fuck it. But if you put us in there, we're just going to commit war crimes. Because,
No, and honestly, that's basically where you guys should be.
That's where, like I said, Sparky, again, he's a war crime machine, in my opinion. Just didn't ready to be made,
Yeah.
That's why I think they're going to draft Sparky. He's like, oh, here's a war crime simulator we need. I mean, you've seen how I play video games with fuck the Geneva Conventions.
You see
Look at what I did to Pen in Minecraft. Look at what I did to Pen in Minecraft.
Well, I mean, Penn actually brought in the mine in Minecraft.
Why is my place catching on fire wrong? I'm like, I have no idea, Penn. It's
I know, right?
It's horrible. It's like, you see what I do in video games? Imagine what I'll fucking do in real life with the fucking.
Look, I mean, I go in looking for chaos and just have fun. That's all it is. And if I have to invite a degree of poison in order to do so, I will. I mean, it's kind of rooted in my Canadian, background.
No,
I know weird has it.
If we're going to go to war, and I know Russia has, we're tough and we'll do whatever it takes to win. It's like, dude, I'm pissed off and retired. You don't want to know what I'm going to do to you. It's going to make shit look nice.
Yeah, but the problem is we all know that at this point the Russians are kind of at odds when it comes down to going overseas to go to war. On land, where they are is fine. Not far to march people that have been forced to conscript or to be hired as mercenaries that they really don't want, or send people that they really don't care about in front of the firing squad, the bombing line, the minefield, and all that kind of shit. Because basically, what it does is just clear up their useless catalog of people. Now, trying to fight overseas, that's a dumb idea. The waste of ships and that. Look what's happened to most of their fleet.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I don't think they really want to send anybody via ship-wise. So that means that you guys will have to be going to there either through the plane system or through a boating system. So there's that. So and yeah, I like I said, I really don't see an actual proper global war happening the way most of the bigwigs are thinking it will. I hear blinks, and why do I hear blinks? Who's blinking?
To look later.
Oh, you sent me something. All right.
I had a ran into this individual on Monday, and I told them that what they were doing is stupid, and they continued on, and I still continued to tell them that they were stupid. And then one of their friends that I guess was a headmate of theirs tried to go at me, and I told them it was still stupid. And they're still, I guess, updating this document. Now
I'm not changing my settings, so fuck that.
Oh, you can't. Oh, time out. All right.
No. I'm not changing my settings. Fuck that shit. I'm not signing in.
What they have is time out. That's easy enough. I'll just send you the link to the actual document.
Whatever. I don't care. Just people can see this up here on their screen. If they wish to participate, they can clearly go to at Stelly Faye or Stera Faye, whatever, at the Twatters. So continue this discussion.
All right. Anyways, the thing is this individual made a Google document of people she finds transphobic, problematic, and states that she wants no hate to come to these people that she's listed off in this list. This is a list of people she finds this way she puts out for other people to look at to avoid. But no hate, no targeting, no nothing like that. It's nothing like that. But as soon as people start, telling them what they're doing is stupid and starts telling them their opinions. Oh my God, I'm getting so much harassment. It's all the hate. I'm getting all the hate from all the people. And it's like, no shit.
I mean, I still question people that have that. What is that? That light blue, pink, and white flag. What is that supposed to be? Transgender?
I believe it is the pedophilic flag. So
it is a pedophilic flag because of the fact that they're using light blue, which used to be a female color, light red, or aka pink, which used to be a boy's color, and white, which is kind of signifies purity or virginity. So I mean, question going forward on that one. But what is that flag?
See, the trans community was already included in the flag with all the rainbow colors.
I know
it was originally included in there, and then they added this part of the brown.
Well, yeah, and the dealios with the T was again supposed to be a sexuality, as in a person transitioning within one of the two genders, male or female.
What was it? Lesbian, gay, bi, and transgender
alliance. Yes,
but they basically put the pedo flag back into the transgender and the
sad thing is, you know what the sad thing is? Because that B and that LGBT kind of fucks over the rest of the arguments, because that just kind of signifies, there's only two genders.
So remember this, Sparky. Remember this carefully. What used to be the T used to be called transsexual.
Mm-hmm.
So that transsexual individual was a person who was transitioning from one sexuality to the other sexuality. Because if you look at the actual quota here, the L, the G, and the B all have something to do with sexuality. The T has nothing to do with gender. That became later. So think about this. You're in a place like Bangkok. What's the first thing that you're gonna find around in Bangkok? Oh, right, boy, girls, girl, boys. You know, those young boys that are so skinny and that dress up to be girls.
Basically traps.
Right. Correct. That was basically who they were before they changed the rules. So and people who dressed up in female gabs or garments and shit like that, male kind of doing all that, used to be either drag queens, or there were people that had that particular fetish, which is another sexuality by itself, fetishism. So if that came part of the actual LGBT list, fine. But now we've been adding in emotional and feelings and a few other things that have nothing to do with a state of sexuality. So, and I know they've been trying to work in pedoism, and this is how they've been trying to do it. And I still say no. And there's people like myself that also say no. Now, some of us are old groups. Some of us belong to a newer generation that they also say it's kind of questionable. So it is kind of, there's already a civil war happening within that community, if you want to call it a community, that group. But I don't foresee it going very well for the extended alphabet. So it's kind of.
But anyways, I ended up having an argument with this individual. I'm actually surprised I haven't been put on that quote unquote list yet, but it's like, whatever.
No. You're Native American. You don't count yet.
Well, I simply told them, and they ended up blocking me. And it's like, block me all you want. I'm still going to point this out continuously, because I've got to walk around for a block. And the more you update this list, I'll keep tabs on you. The more you update this, the more I'm going to point out, the more I'm going to call you stupid. And then they try yelling at me because I'm targeting and harassing them. I'm telling people to add other people and harass them. It's like, no, I told people to add the people that are listed in this document, because they deserve to know that they are being targeted by this individual. Whether or not this individual says, "Oh, I'm not intending targeted harassment," you're using the buzzword transphobe, which we all know online, that is a buzzword to get all the stupid little rope dumbasses to come out and swarm anyone that is labeled this. We know. It's a thing. So, only thing I'm doing at the end of the day, I am playing the own stupid fucking game. And if I end up getting flagged on Twitter because of it, so be it. I don't care.
Hold up. I've read something that I'm still trying to. I struggle to comprehend here. Jam.
Oh, you. Oh,
What?
Jam.
the document. I see. I wanted you to fucking look at this.
Jam, can you read this part? Are you trying for clout? Question mark. What is the answer?
I don't stream often anymore because Twitch makes me uncomfortable. Now no time due to my full-time job and relationship. I have no idea what that means. Not only that, but why would I want to be famous in a sphere that continues to have large amounts of transphobia? I don't want fame. I want trans people to be able to feel more safe. Oh, shit.
Yeah, see. We're gonna break
Clout
this down.
Jason.
Now, I'm gonna break this down to parts. This part that I highlighted. This makes no fucking sense because Twitch makes me uncomfortable. Why? Twitchy is like the greeting area for anybody who is trans and trans accepted because that's where they go to now. That's the biggest playing field.
If you play trans,
I think
you get more people watching your shit.
I think
yes.
Because I've seen how they write, I've seen how they post to people. It's not because it's Twitch. It's because of who Twitch allows on. They allow people like Silverveil on that plays Hogwarts Legacy, and they allow this on their platform. That's what I mean by that.
I again
because Twitch is ableist.
Okay.
Do you
Twitch
see no, when you read this?
Yeah, I understand you're wanting me to read this. I only read one. I skimmed through everything. I'm not going, this is pointless. I don't care. Got to the Q&A portion of it. Read for the first one. I'm not going, I don't fucking care. And then I went through the second part and kind of went, wait, hold up. The answer to your question that you've created makes no fucking sense. And I'm trying to break this down so my little peanut-sized brain can understand it. And it feels like, the peanuts may no longer be inside the shell. It feels like it might be empty and just, I don't know what it could be, but the wording that they're utilizing here doesn't compute because, again, I fall back to Twitch's standards. They will make sure that every trans individual under the sun feels comfortable. Hell, they got to a point where we're allowing people to bum rush anybody playing the game or saying to play the game on Twitch and allowed it to happen to make all these people who were on Twitch playing this game feel miserable playing the game. So I don't know how they're ableist or how it makes them feel uncomfortable.
I said I'm assuming, just going
by
how they write.
I understand that you're assuming,
but even then, the answer doesn't even answer the questions. Like, are you trying for clout? You don't have to have a platform to try for clout. For the fact that you want to signal to people these people are transphobic or whatever, that's clout forming. You want people's eyes on it.
I know. It could have been very simple. It's just go to right here. I don't want fame. That could have been it. All this other shit is not needed because, one, when you get to now/no time due, that makes no fucking sense on any level of English.
But hey, time out. They have time out. And there's also another problem in this whole deal. So because
all
right. Because when this document was first made, it was only 2 pages.
Cool.
But they have plenty of time to make this stupid fucking document and add to it.
7 pages long. So I'm like, okay, if it has 2 pages. So they're adding more to this documentation.
But they have no time.
Yeah. Jesus fucking Christ.
They have no time for it.
Yeah, why is this public? I don't hide things. If you I honestly, I would have hit this thing because your English is atrocious, and you know what? When making these lists, maybe you might want to I don't know, consult the fucking AI.
Definitely, I'm gonna be honest with you. This person's full of shit, and
well, it's like I said, I told this person I'm gonna make a dedicated video to just this list.
I mean, the list itself is anywho, but getting away from all of that for the most part, and getting back to the original talking point for anybody who hasn't really paid attention to the current series at large on Amazon Prime, which is Fallout. Yes. You may want to turn away now. Otherwise, we're going forward. Yes, spoilers ahead if you haven't seen it. So fuck you. You've been warned.
So not seen it yet.
It's not much of a major spoiler.
I haven't seen
I really
it.
don't care.
I don't care for spoilers. I already know it doesn't follow the traditional law.
Yeah, so I mean, technically, if you, that's basically where I'm kind of gonna go right into it. Kind of go. The first episode is kind of, in my mind, all over the place. It's kind of like a you know, the first time you use like a shotgun, it's just a scattered shot going everywhere, hitting nothing and everything at the same time.
When I saw the people they chose for this show, I was kind of like, yeah, that's kind of what this feels like.
Yes,
that was my first thought. I was like, wow, this is going to hit nobody's buttons.
The second episode, in my mind, feels like it's a little bit more fine-tuned. There's a degree of direction, but they do add in a bit of the campiness, kind of cartoony fun to go into it. So it's a live-action kind of cartoony aspect to it, especially when you get to the Brotherhood, who we follow this guy who ends up being conscripted, or he decides to join the Brotherhood, and ends up becoming a squire through shady, questionable things. And he, well, because of his actions, ends up killing the guy that he has that's supposed to be wearing the power armor, and he ends up taking the power armor and fucks it up. He looks like a cartoon character running around. So it's like, the female who's supposed to be the Vault Dweller, I forget her name. I don't remember all these characters' names. I think one yeah, they're all kind of, they roll in together. I mean, you could have it's just like Fallout 4, because technically it takes place like about 10 years after the events of Fallout 4. If that makes any sense. I mean, but there's certain areas of this that doesn't fit properly, because I'm like going, okay, wait, if the timeline is where it's supposed to be, this is 10 years after Fallout 4, yet it doesn't feel like it's within the Fallout 4 universe. There's a lot of Easter eggs that they throw in. There's a lot of, practical effects that are there, mixed with a bit of CGI, but yeah, again, story-wise, it gets better by the time you get to the second episode. I have no idea if the third episode has been eked out as of yet. And right now it feels like there's a direction. The ghoul, the guy that plays the ghoul, he's pretty good. But yeah, even then, the introduction for the ghoul in the first episode just didn't feel right. That first episode needs to go back to the cutting room floor.
I feel like the actor was doing a real good job. It was just what he was given was shit. Because that actor is usually really good at those kind of parts. Those questionable people parts. He's always really good at.
I will concur. I mean, I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to be going with the whole IGN's focus and saying this was a 9 out of a 10 because of that first episode, Because, like I said before, the first episode you're introduced to how the bombs fall. The third character, the ghoul. By the time you end that portion, which I think it feels like it's about 15 minutes long. Because this kind of goes back down to the pacing for that first episode is slow, tedious, and boring. And I literally had to speed through it because I was bored. and there's a few elements that just kind of made me go, "What the fuck is this?" So he's at a birthday party. I think he's supposed to be the cowboy kind of thing because he's an actor or whatever, and I forget how the whole setup is supposed to be. So he's at this birthday party with his daughter, which I believe is his daughter. She happens to be a mixed black kid. And they talk about the state of the universe, of they're waiting for the bombs to drop, and something about the size. You could tell the size of the distance of the explosion based on your thumb. If your thumb can cover it, it's far away so that you can run. If your thumb can't, there's no hope in hell to run. Stand your ground and just eat it. So he goes away, gets cake for her because she wants a piece of cake. And in that process, everybody else doesn't pay attention to this flash that happens. The giant fucking bright flash that happens. You can see it on her face and then she's holding up her little tiny thumb and she's panicked and yeah, we get to see what happens. She's like, "Hey, is it my size of my thumb or yours?" He turns around, sees the mushroom cloud happening, and it feels like there's a slow motion, but also real time that's happening at the same time. It's like this would have been a bit faster if this was an actual nuclear explosion. This would have happened very quick. There wouldn't have been having time for her to have this conversation with him. He's fought. Period. End of line. But yeah, it was slow then fast, and then through the process of him getting on the horse with her to gallop off, and then the chaos is happening around the little town. There's other explosions as he's leaving the California hills on horse. And then you go into the next scene, which is the Vault Dweller scene, which you're following the chick who's part of the 33, which somehow is attached to 32. So, which is confusing, and so she's actually in a contained fallout chamber that you would think is again very small because that's how most of these were kind of showcased in the game, but they purposely showcase that this has multiple layers. Like this should be housing like hundreds of thousands of people, and yet she's putting in a request to have her to be transferred over to the other vault so that she can get married and not breed with her cousins. Okay. So she gets her permission to cross over to trade between the two vaults for some reason. 32 opens up and these other dwellers come out and no one bats an eye after there's this conversation that it saddens from the vault leader there, saying that the other vault leader passed away suddenly. It saddens him, blah blah blah, but no one bothers to actually pay attention to the look of these different people, that they're dirty, kind of disheveled and all that kind of stuff. And we find out through the course after the marriage and all that, she marries this good looking hot dude. He gets naked. She's still wearing a wedding dress. They fuck. And then later down the road, she finds out that he's a raider. Like I said, the first episode makes no fucking sense to my, because it's like all over the place. It's a shot blast all over the place. Then the leader of the raiders, who happens to be a colored woman, she then takes hostages of the other vault dwellers. At first, they go through this whole process and massacre everybody who's in the vault, and then all of a sudden they kind of change their mind and take hostages in order to take the leader, her father.
All right. Time out. So
yeah.
All right. And this was in the vault.
This all happens in the vault, within the two vaults.
Okay. All right. So, all right. It might be a little bit.
I can hear Sparky's broken brain here.
All right.
Yes.
All right. So, one. This vault open to outsiders?
Don't know.
So we don't know. So we don't know if this vault has been self-contained. All right. So I can believe this narrative because Raiders came around in 2103.
Again, not disputing the legitimacy of the Raiders in that.
But if the vault has not been opened, there's no way.
Correct. This is where I get kind of confused because, again, the way how they deck out and the way how they make sure that you notice when you're living in the world of 33 that there's multiple levels, and it seems like it goes on forever. No one has ever opened up the top level, apparently. And the two vaults are interconnected. There's a little tube between the two vaults.
But
see,
I can
right there. Your brain just kind of goes, wait. Now, it gets
even then. If I remember right, there was I think a vault in Fallout 3 that was kind of the same way. However,
kind of the same way, but
there's always a registry in each vault because that's one thing that Vault Tech did because they registered everyone that came into that vault, and then they registered lineages and family trees within it. So every vault has a registry, and this is a self-contained environment. Even if there was a tube going from one vault to another vault, even then, you would think, okay, they would know about this. So they would know, okay, who's in this vault and who's in this vault, because it's part of population control. So are you telling me they had somebody infiltrate a self-contained vault that's not supposed to be opened up to the outside, fooled everyone? Because, hey, even if it's just a close-knit community of like 100 or so people, oh yeah, let's put in random Joe Schmo. He's been here forever. Don't you remember him? We had bully night 2 years ago with this guy. It's like, what?
Yeah, pretty much. But no, that's how we get introduced to the Raiders and Vault 33 and Vault 32. Based on this premise, because not only do we find out that this chick has a younger brother who's pretty much small and skinny, blah blah blah, a father who is the vault leader, and for whatever reason there's a connective tube between these two vaults, and no one has ever gotten to the top. And during the actual conversation of the actual wedding, the vault leader states that within the next generation, his grandchildren will be able to open up the door to breed on the surface. So that tells me, especially on that side, that door has never been opened.
Now, if they said Vault 15, I'd be like, okay, there's some legitimacy for this because the Raider groups originated from Vault 15.
Correct. But I again, like I said, this doesn't follow the lore, so that's why I said it's like lore. Fuck it, it's Bethesda based lore. Deal
All right,
with it.
so here's the thing, and you and me had this conversation
Yes.
in the back office. So I have a very big issue with I won't even say reboots, but just like making of series style games into like shows or movies and stuff like that. And my contention falls within a couple realms I could point to, like Cowboy Bebop. That is that's not a game, that's anime, but it suffers from the same thing. You have a already made story. There is no changing that needs to happen. Yeah, you could add elements in and kind of go with the idea. Yeah, this didn't happen in anime, but make it intertwined to where it makes sense for the rest of the show. Not redo the entire show, not redo the entire character list, not make Jet black or anything like that. That's one aspect. The second aspect is like this is what for video game, the Halo series. So again, this is another one of those. It's a self-contained story. Halo is non-RPG. Halo is a first-person shooter that you can do one of two things. You can play multiplayer online with different people in different scenarios, or you can play the campaign. The campaign is a cookie-cutter campaign that doesn't matter what you do, doesn't matter what happens. You go from point A into point B, and during point A to point B, that's the gameplay. You cannot change the story or anything like that. Now, there's some things that you can alter, but the personality of the character is set in place. That doesn't change. You just go through and play the game as the character. When you change a character like Master Chief, you change his personality, you change the entire dynamic of the story. Now, if you wanted to put another character in, they did this with like the short cartoon series that they did with Halo. You could put another Spartan. It doesn't have to be Master Chief. It could be there was a number of Spartans. Even later on, they made new Spartans. You can put in another character and you can make it any which way you want. Don't fuck with the main character lore, because you fuck it up.
We can already tell with that if you've already seen the Halo series season 2. Holy shit!
And that's what I mean. Now, I'm a little less hardcore with the Fallout series.
No, and again, I totally get your thought process on it. Look, because you and me kind of have that kind of similarity to a point. I go for shows that have decent stories. As for lore, it's kind of hard to. For example, the X-Men cartoon from the 90s has nothing to do with the actual true lore of the comic books. Nope. They kind of go on the basis of the comic book as a kind of, this is what we could do, but we're going to change the entire story, which they did, which is fine.
Well, hang on, time out. Hang on. And I'm not even, that kind of falls in the same point of Halo. It doesn't fall into the same point category for Fallout for me, because here's the deal. Fallout is a RPG. You dictate the story. In Fallout 1, 2, 3, New Vegas, 4, 76, it doesn't matter. You dictate the story. Depending on how you play, depending on what choices you make, depending on who you kill or who you keep alive, changes the story. So you can play Fallout 1, Fallout 2 a certain way, and the lore and continuity of how you played in those two games won't match up to like 3 New Vegas or 4, because you might end up killing someone off that's still alive in those games. So I understand. I understand. There's no true continuity within the games. However,
no. And again,
you can grab any random vault trailer, which is what they did in this. You can put any personality you want. You can put you don't have to put recognizable. You don't have to put Father Elijah in it. You can put, you can have factions, Brotherhood, so you can have Raiders, you can have Wastelanders, stuff like that. You can do all this stuff within the show. You can change the story. You can make the story any which way you want. And it will be just fine as long as it's a good story. What I have an issue with, what I absolutely have an issue with, is when you change factual, hardened ground lore, like with Raiders. And another aspect of they had a Cyclops as a vault.
Yeah, as a vault overseer. Yeah, we haven't got there yet.
It's like when you change actual canonical lore, that's why I have an issue. I understand they kind of made a little nod pitch towards New Vegas. I can understand that because if I remember, Bethesda's kind of behind this series a little bit. Bethesda has the Bible.
Howard is behind it heavily. It feels like
they are. In the day, I can see them knocking off New Vegas because
I think that's somehow where they're going for season 2.
Yeah, so I can understand them knocking off New Vegas. I can understand them changing New Vegas up. I know there's going to be a lot of unhappy people because New Vegas is one of the best, but I can see them changing it up because of different things. One, because they can't follow Obsidian's. Yeah, they can't follow Obsidian. They don't have rights to it. They can't do stuff like that. So they have to change it up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, getting back to this thing, that they are. Which is why I call it the Bethesda's Fallout series, because this is a Bethesda's Fallout series.
Yeah, I get it.
Many people are going to hold back to Fallout 1, Fallout 2, and the Brotherhood is still fuck that shit. That doesn't exist within the continuity. I know you keep saying that Bethesda says it has, but really hasn't.
Because no, time out. And I get it. Because Fallout 1, Fallout 2 was made by what was it? Interplay Studios, I think.
Interplay,
yeah. Fallout 1, Fallout 2 was made by Interplay, and whenever they went through, actually, Bethesda got the rights, and they made Fallout 3, and they changed a lot of the lore. Now, some of it's still there, and the Fallout Bible, Bethesda has their own Fallout Bible that does change the lore up from 1 and 2, and does not have anything really from New Vegas. I get that. My problem is they don't even follow that.
No, they don't. So this is why I say this is a Bethesda thing. They're doing their own fucking thing. Hell, they do that with their Elder Scrolls. They don't even follow the lore for that one either. So fuck the lore when it comes down to Bethesda.
Well, in Elder Scrolls, I'll give them out for this. What universe are they talking about? Because apparently there's like 3 or 4 different universes within this. The Elder Scrolls.
I know. That's what I mean. That's why I say just fuck the lore when it comes down to Bethesda-based games. Fuck it. It doesn't exist no matter how people say, I'm trying to follow the lore. Just don't. Because whatever they do, it falls back onto Todd Howard, and Todd Howard's greatest quote is so. Anyway, getting back to this particular thing, it just works. Because we go from
it doesn't.
It does. It just works for whatever it is. We go from the Vault 33, we have the chick now going into the world because she leaves the vault, and we follow the rest with Maximus, the guy who's supposed to be part of the Brotherhood of Steel, and he's trying to become a knight, a squire, that kind of shit, and it doesn't feel right at all. It's just the whole process for him just feels. He's a whooping board that he's like this unspoken gay character. Because he feels like there's a bit of queer coding on him, but he's also the joke for this series. If you ever get a chance to see it, you'll probably understand why I'm trying to go down on this one, because he's digging latrines. And there's a shit joke every fucking time around him based on latrines. So it's like, Okay, whatever. His best friend happens to be, I believe it's supposed to be a woman, but it looks like a dude. All right. I know, right? So, I mean,
So Magog actually just posted out a tweet. I've never played a single Fallout game. I was always more of an Elder Scrolls fan. Will I be completely lost if I watched the Fallout show?
Oh yeah, come watch us.
honestly, no. This is a standalone. You don't even have to have known the games to play the games because it's telling the story the way how Bethesda and the people who are writing it want to tell this story. It's its own standalone area of the universe, even though many lore people are saying, "Oh, it's about a decade after Fallout 4." It really doesn't matter because it's based in California.
Doesn't really matter because it sucks. Even if you're not a Fallout fan, it pretty much sucks.
I just simply sent him a tweet saying it's standalone, it doesn't follow the games.
Yeah, that's the best way to explain it. I can't say it ultimately sucks, and I can't say it's ultimately great. For me personally, it kind of lands between 6 and 7. Whereas something like X-Men 97 kind of lands between like a 7 to almost an 8. It's kind of there are aspects that make me question certain things because that's a whole different conversation. And I even haven't. I've seen the second episode. And the episode 2 has a better story consistency because now the characters are there. They're all chasing the same MacGuffin, which it just happens to be a guy that seems like he's from what is it? The Enclave. They have that feel that he's a member of the Enclave. Because when he meets up with the Vault Dweller, he knows everything about that particular vault that she was from. Who was the overseer, everything. Which kind of weird, and he implants himself with some form of chip or something in his head, which is why you see her. If you see the actual posters and that she's carrying a bag, that's his head that she's carrying. This guy that's MacGuffin. So it really feels like they should have started with episode 2 because now I actually know the ghouls wants. I know the conscripted squire who has taken over the suit, what he's trying to do, and I understand what the Vault Dweller chick is supposed to be doing better now where she is, because the first part kind of leads you to she's got to find her dad because her dad gets stolen, but is that it? Because that pretty much followed 3. Okay, can we give you something different? And now they're all chasing the same fucking MacGuffin, which is this guy's head, and he ends up having a dog that's similar to dog meat that the ghoul almost kills, which he uses stim pack to bring him back to life, but he's like a bounty hunter. So it's got something, and I'm worried about episode 3 because I'll probably shit the bed, do exactly the same thing whatever episode 1 did. So I don't know. This it is what it is. It just works. It needs a lot of mods in order to make it better.
Like everything else Fallout.
Pretty much. So it feels like a Bethesda game.
No, I mean, they gave it the genuine feel of a Bethesda game.
Yeah.
Because when I saw the first, I did see a little bit of the first episode. I was like, that was the first thing that came to my mind was it just works. You know?
Yeah.
It just, it may not actually work, but...
I literally, I mean, yes, the lore is nice. It's a little weird in places, and that the acting is pretty interesting. because again, they have some really good talent, good standard actors that are ahead of their game in some places. The story, if there is any, questionable at best. Lore, fuck it, does not exist. The Easter eggs galore everywhere within this TV series. So you get to see bobbleheads, you can get to see Nuka-Cola, you get to see the mini nukes, everything. Easter egg galore. Hell, even when you get to the first city, you get that feel of Megaton. So yeah, this is kind of like like an in between for those who have never seen or have never played the game, and those who have played this game religiously and knows everything about the lore. It kind of fits within that middle ground, or trying to dance within that middle ground. Sometimes they're very successful, other times they fail.
The only thing that would make this better is that the main character was sent out on a mission to get something to save the vault.
Yeah,
but exiled doing it, while also being the sole survivor of the vault.
Yeah,
while
that would make more sense.
while also playing mailman.
Pretty much, yeah. I kind of worked. I mean, it probably would work. It's just like I said, just the way how they set up the first episode. This sets up the entire story going forward. I was like, this doesn't work, and how IGN gave this a 9 just baffles me in some cases. It's like, yeah, obviously you guys really want to make sure that Todd Howard knew that you gave his TV show a 9 so that you can get those, those golden keys to be able to play those extra Fallout games that are going to be coming out soon. Jesus fucking Christ.
That, surprise, surprise, won't follow any kind of lore.
I know. But like I said,
because if I remember right, you have the Vault Dweller,
yeah,
the Chosen One,
yeah,
you have the Vault Dweller, the Chosen One, the Soul Survivor, the Courier. There's a couple other ones.
Well, you in Fallout 4, you don't know whether you're a synth or whatever. Yeah, because you're supposed to be looking for your son or your child, and yeah, it's your son in that one. So yeah, I mean, and in 76, which within its different universe altogether, you're late to the party.
Yeah, if I remember right, the Vault Dweller was the first game, and he was on the hunt for the water
part for the water.
The second game was the Chosen One, and they were exiled from the vault. The third one was I can't remember what Fallout 3 was.
You have to go out and find Liam Neeson, who just happens to be your dad.
Yeah, which I don't remember what
it had to do with the Alpha and the Omega. It had to do with purifying the water. So,
but then in New Vegas, it was the Courier. You wasn't even in the vault, and
you had a
Fallout 4, you were the sole survivor, and 76, I don't even know what.
76 literally is you are late to leave because again, apparently the clock has rolled over. You're now able to go onto the land and to spread your seed far and wide, and you're the last one to leave the vault. So you're late to the party. So, again, it just works. after they brought in the NPCs that actually made the game somewhat inhabitable, but even then the game feels kind of lonely.
I feel like they're going to have to bring in AI to fix this show. That's going to be the mod. AI is going to like digitally put things in there that's
it just feels like that's going to be a thing. But no, honestly, right now, as a series it's a watchable series. If you're going to bring lore to it, please stop. Put down the lore books. Push them as close to the fire as possible while watching this, and just push them in.
The Lone Wanderer is Fallout 3. So
yeah,
the Vault Dweller, the Chosen One, the Lone Wanderer, Courier, Soul Survivor.
Yeah, and late for the party. That's the best I can explain 76. Because it really doesn't follow any of the actual lores, because they have different types of ghouls and all this stuff. If
I remember right, 76 is way before any of the fucking games.
Yeah, it's kind of it's after the bombs of hell. It's like 200 years after.
It's like 20
or something within the realm of 50 to, I'm gonna say 50 to 200 years, somewhere in there, give or take, either way, but somewhere in there. But yeah, so the introduction for the ghoul, it just so happens he's buried in the ground in a cemetery, and people dig him out, and he then goes on a quest to bounty hunt somebody for whatever reason. It doesn't really explain itself.
2102.
Yeah, I know.
2102 is the setting for 76. 25 years after the Great War. 25
years. There you go. So, give or take. so honestly, I really do see this becoming somewhat successful. On the basis of it being a standalone, it has nothing to do with the official lore. If there's an actual official lore that does exist within Bethesda's universe, but
there is some, but not a whole lot.
All right, so I will watch this new series. I will try to take the take of two sides, and I want to judge. I want to judge it on two bases of merits, and tell me if you feel like this will be a good reference to do. The first reference is going to be, I'm going to come at the show and I'm going to try to put everything behind me and forget everything about any of the lore of any of the games, and I'm gonna watch this as a standalone by itself in universe of what the show presents. And I'll judge it on that aspect alone. The second way I'm going to look at this, I'm going to look at it lore-wise per games and then judge it on that standard. I feel like that would be the first way to come in.
That is kind of, because that's basically how I was trying to struggle my way through it. I treated it as a standalone and then looked at it afterwards as, does it fit the lore? Me personally, it doesn't really fit the lore, but as a standalone, it's fine.
If it could get its own story right.
Yeah, if it could get away from the issues that Fallout itself has as a franchise, lore speaking wise, if it could get away from all that and be its own thing, I think it could be very successful. Because, like I said, in the beginning, I literally got bored in places and just sped through, and then I was literally hitting that 10-second skip button often. So realistically speaking, I probably seen about half hour worth of that first episode, which is about an hour long. Because
that Civil War movie.
Because my God, I was hitting that button going, speed it up, motherfucker, because this thing feels like it's going on forever.
Mm-hmm.
and there's areas that I know, and there's areas that just doesn't have proper common sense, like the vaults, the two vaults being joined together, not one of them knowing what's happening with each other. That makes no fucking sense. And the rationale that this particular female vault dweller has when it comes down to her weapon selection makes no fucking sense. The way how they find the ghoul, it's confusing as fuck. There's a lot of stuff that just kind of go, this has very irrational approaches here. And I get it. It's Hollywood. It's the way how they want to approach it. But this is where they could have had another person that was kind of like a proper lore keeper. And I know Bethesda doesn't have this. You could probably say it's Todd Howard's job to keep that because he's on that ship, steering everything. So if honestly, if there's a lore breaking area, blame Todd. But most people are not going to blame the god that is Todd Howard. So because he's forever going to use that chant. It just works.
It just works.
So,
until it doesn't.
Yes. And then he'll just put out a GEC and we'll have a mod for it. It's fine. It's fine. The modders will fix it. So
the modder, yeah, I mean that's I don't know if the modders can fix this. God damn.
So I mean, midway for me. Again, not bad, not great. It's better than half the shit that Amazon has put out. Fuck me. So yeah, I'm still going to be watching going forward. I will say if you haven't seen X-Men 97, give that a good watch as well. Again, it does have some problems, but at least it has a story that I can follow. See, again, I just want a story, people. Tell me a fucking story in the universe. That's all I care about.
Tell me a story, Toddy Dad. Toddy
Yeah.
Dad.
Go. At least they didn't put storytelling in it.
Oh fuck yeah, that's true. That is fucking. I will be surprised when they decide to do that at the end of the season. That would be hilarious. But honestly,
I gotta admit, I love the storytelling.
I know, but like I said, so far what we got interesting going forward. I wish them the best of luck, but all I can see right now, the audience seems to like it, and the critics seem to like this. So seems like we're within the same kind of vein. I do see some degree of wokeness added into this, but it isn't like totally in your face. There's some little subceptive kind of practices here and there. And I really will not be surprised if they decide to dial that motherfucker up to 100 just when you least expect it. But hey, it is what it is. It's Hollywood. As usual, we've gotten past that overtime. I hope people quite enjoyed our conversation here of Fallout for the most part, and everything else that came with. We're still waiting on the headdress for Sparky. I'm not too sure if we should go like a cyber kind of punk kind of thing. Add a bit of like chips.
I've already fixed his headdress. Mods.
So
I've already fixed that with mods.
So honestly,
we need you to do that.
Yes. Oh, righty. So as usual, I give these motherfuckers their last rites, and I hit buttons. Get out of here.
Go check out AI MisterMetokur. We will be doing episode 7, part 3 of Tableauisms.
Oh fuck yes!
But for the people currently in the room, it's not a promotion for a gym stream. It is literally history commentary. So don't be stupid and comment that, oh my god, you tricked me. You tricked me. Learn how to fucking read.
Wow. Jim, I know you got late. We're about to leave their MC. Gonna have to catch this on repeat.
Oh, you're gonna have to watch this in the reruns. But you know what? If me and Sparky get drafted, we'll be committing war crimes next year sometime.
Nice.
So we'll see you there when it happens, and I'll be live streaming the war crimes.
Nice.
So
anyways, like
so be proof.
Get to the Jubin! Run, pin, run!
I know, right? We'll see you Mondays. Otherwise, peace, bitches.